Hey there, my name's Kristen. We're going to be sharing divine guidance today. Let's ask our angels, saints, ancestors, and guides into our space to provide love and divine messages for our highest and greatest good. We're surrounded in divine white light. So it is, and so it will be. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to support our channel. Whoop, whoop. All right, we're tapping into some love and career energy. Okay, we'll see what comes out. I feel like you're shaping the sculpture of yourself. You're honoring the perpetual act of forming and expressing your identity. So this is like the duality of you, the feminine, masculine, the negative, positive, whatever that represents. It's like you're, integrated. You've integrated both sides, both perspectives. All right, let's get some. On the mend, you could be someone who's very compassionate and kind. I feel like you're being asked to be that for yourself as you heal your heart. I feel like you're letting yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. This could be something coming into your energy, getting carried away, right? Love is on the mind here. All right, so there's energy that I'm picking up on that wants to like rush in and just like swoop you, okay? Or maybe you're doing the swooping. I don't know. Are you a swooper? All right, fascinating. All right, what do we got going on over here? On the mend, I am wearing my love shirt. I don't know if you can see it. It has like this big heart. It says radiate love. Okay, let's see. Radiating some love over here. I feel like you're healing your heart chakra. Cutting edge, slice through the obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams. It's like you getting off the beaten path and you carving out what you want to experience and letting the universe do the rest. All right. Going like, sometimes the best route is the direct route too, right? Sometimes like take a direct route. What else we got over here? Winds of fortune, but they flipped it upside down. So they want it to say adapt and thrive. Luck flows with change. Stay flexible, embrace the shifts, and learn from the journey as answers reveal themselves. Okay, let me just do these four. All right, so we'll break these down a bit. And what's at the bottom of the deck? Vortex of change. Engage with the vortex of change where energies swirl in transformative dances, molding anew. Wow, that is cool. Look at this card. All right, love it. Okay, well, we're doing it. I'm gonna break it down. All right, we're gonna break it down now. Okay, on the mend. Let's see, let's do a little shuffle here. You're rebuilding your strength, okay? You may have been like a bit lone wolfy, okay? Having to kind of like do things that are compassionate, loving, kind to you. All right, it's kind of like healing your broken heart. All right, what's going on here? What's going on here? You could be practicing your abilities here. What I'm getting? Like I have the High Priestess, the Page of Wands, and the Moon. You could be on the mend from those maybe sending you evil eye, or maybe this was a bit of like psychic ESP. I'm getting like your intuition, your abilities to create. I feel like this could be like some life purpose stuff that you were learning. And it might have been as a result of like, yeah, because it's like your abilities might have been like cloaked, or maybe you weren't able to have clarity. Maybe you were at a stalemate. And so you had to tap into your abilities, okay, in order to see what was hidden. Right? So this is you using your skills, your resources, what you've learned to navigate through situations where you may not have the visibility, okay, Yeah, and here's justice here. This is balance here. This is like, in order to make decisions that are fair and just. Okay, so you might be witness. You might be you might be the divine witness. Okay, here, receiving experiences and able to kind of like report back up. The reason why I'm saying this is because of this justice here. It's like you're Lady Justice in some way, able to provide some sort of like two perspectives and being neutral, right? Being in between here. Maybe there's, I don't know. This is interesting. Okay, we're gonna get more. We're gonna stay off the bottom of the deck, and we're gonna get some cards out. All right. Yeah. Look what card comes out. The Magician. Okay, so you're applying what you've learned. Okay, so you're on the mend. Okay, I feel like there's a lot of resources that are available to you. You've learned a lot. You could be practicing what you've learned in the sense of like, okay, how do you master your mind? Okay, how do you not let your emotions get the best of you? How can you operate from a place of love, especially when it comes to your ideas and creativity with the wand? And then we have the Pentacle. It's like applying all of these principles, okay, and mastering the earthly experience here, okay? Could be like a sense of alchemy too. And then I have the Lovers, clarifying the carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. You could have manifested this. This could also be your justice, your fairness, your balance, your harmony, your peace on earth. I feel like this is like co-creating with the divine here. It's almost like resetting something or going back to the beginning of something. Okay, so there's this like beautiful energy that's, you know, gonna help heal your heart. Okay, it might be something that like has to be kept like that, like keep it quiet. However, I'm not helping you in this situation by pulling on this. Cutting edge, slice through obstacles and carve a path towards your dreams. Oh yeah, leap of faith energy. Like your faith outweighs any kind of anything. Okay, so it's like trust and believe. You walk with the Holy Spirit. Okay, you have safe passage. Okay, I'm getting like safe passage. All right, it's like guiding energy, and really taking a chance on something. Let's see. Slicing through obstacles. There's this like new outlook on life. Maybe you have freed yourself from fear, okay, and worry and shame and all of those things that may keep us heavy. I'm getting like you have done the healing, you're on the mend, and you're open to new experiences because you have freed yourself from what might have been heavy before. Yeah, it was Five of Swords energy. It was as a result of like betrayal and defamation and heartbreak and someone who's very calculating and manipulative, okay, trying to win at all costs, trying to take you down. So you're mending from that. You're free and clear from this energy. High Priestess is meeting the Magician. Okay, so I'm getting like these two are meant to co-create with one another. It's number one and number two. That makes three. This is the power of three. So it's like Father, Mother, God. So this is like as above, so below. It's like if we get the Empress and the Emperor out, that would even more like ground this reading. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you're adapting and thriving. All right. I feel like luck flows with change. Stay flexible, embrace the shifts, and learn from the journey as answers reveal themselves as the High Priestess. This is like higher consciousness. This is talking about the seed to creation, the seed of life and prosperity, and what it takes for a civilization to have prosperity. Like what worked, what didn't work, what can we bring that was successful, that we could, you know, learn from our mistakes. And there's this like memories with this water like gown she's wearing. Like there's so many memories to tap into. It's like we have access to all this wisdom and knowledge, right? So it's like applying what we've learned here, adapting and thriving based on our journey and our experiences. Okay, here's that Seven of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so I feel like this Magician energy is a protector. Okay, we have heavy divine masculine energy here, as well as divine feminine energy. We have them in union with oneself, and so without, I'm getting like as above, so below. So it's kind of like, you know, the two of you have to come into union with oneselves in order to become in union with each other. There is a new beginning here. This is something that, this is like a new timeline, new people, like you've not met each other in this lifetime. I feel like there are attempts at stopping whatever you've got going on, but I feel like there's this, like, they can't stop this. There's this perseverance and grit that, you know, they're finding as a blockage. I'm also getting like their tricks are returning back to them and may prevent them from having forward movement, okay, in the reverse here. I'm also getting like this Magician here is not coming in with this kind of energy, okay? But I'm getting like this Magician may very much protect you from this kind of energy as well. So it's like no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Doesn't matter how many weapons. None of them will work. Can't touch this energy right here. The Chariot. All right. Yeah, there's this like goal. Look at, here's the Empress. Okay. Divine feminine, nurturing, creation in its beautiful form. Nurturing, grounding this love here. Look at Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck. Yeah, this is co-creation for sure. Three of Cups. I feel like you're going to be celebrating in what you create, you may be helping others with. I feel like there's also like something maybe has been passed down and you're practicing. It's like your ancestors support you. I'm getting like the triple goddess here. Okay, I'm getting triple goddess energy. All right. I feel like the Three of Cups could also represent some group you might have been up against that could be what was generating all of this energy towards you. I'm getting like you flipped it, switched it, you know, whatever you needed to do, because you're a master alchemist or you've been gaining and learning these skills here. All right. There's a level of like experience. Level of experience gained here. And then I have an Ace of Cups. Wow. I feel like divine love. Having so much love that it just overflows. And being able to share and nurture and ground this here in the physical realm as the Empress. That's your purpose. That's what you're being supported of. And sure, there could be those who want this for themselves, but I feel like you require them to do the work. I feel like now, like you might have over poured before. I'm getting that like there's this space that you hold. You hold space for those who want to meet. Okay, Star, bottom of the deck. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like there's a bit of there's like a sense of loss too. Like sometimes the healer attracts those who need the most healing, and even the healer needs healing. And so it's like, you know, the awareness, the consciousness, the flow, being adaptive and thriving, okay, like knowing that like part of the reason you're here is to share this loving, healing energy, okay, but not to the point where you're depleted, or not to the point where people take advantage. I feel like there's a need to protect this beautiful vessel, okay, that is having an earthly experience, that is of divine nature, like that is, you know, divine in nature. Beautiful. That's gorgeous. I feel like, yeah, you know, there's this nature versus nurture. There's this balance between your physical and, you know, etheric energy here. Strong angel presence, strong like divine intervention here. It's like, you know, there's also like strong protection around you too. So you could have cats, you could have dogs, or you could just like really resonate with like really nurturing and honoring the beast within you. So it's kind of like you've had your own like battles with your ego and battles with your natural instincts, and it's like you've gotten a handle of that, and you know, it's taken a long time to get a handle on this. I'm getting like you also see this within others, so you have compassion, you have this empathy that you can extend to those who, you know, could be battling with challenges of the ego. I'm getting that, you know, what you desire desires you, and this is you really focusing on that experience, which is that happy family, happy life, fulfillment, you know, being, you know, in a position to really consider your heaven on earth kind of experience. And there's a King of Swords here who I think is sharing some sort of interest here. This could be an authority figure. This could also be like someone kind of observing, you know, your growth, your development, your evolution, making sure your dreams come true, right? This King of Swords could be Archangel Michael, or an ancestor, or someone in the physical reality that you could be connecting with. It could be at a distance from you. This could be like something that you could share a purpose with one another in, or one of you can help the other towards a goal of some kind. I feel like there is this ability to share, you know, some wisdom, knowledge. There could be an opportunity to grow and learn and really step into some strong, powerful position here. I'm getting like this next cycle of yours, you might be meeting somebody who's going to help you like learn. This could be like a mentor. This could be someone who's helping you with a project. I feel like they have wisdom and knowledge that you could benefit from. I feel like this could be equal give and take with the Six of Pentacles. So it could be something that you exchange with one another for the like betterment of humanity, right? And then we have the Hierophant. So this is like spiritual growth and tradition, and, you know, maybe connecting with your higher, you know, calling, your wisdom, your belief systems. You could be creating something. You could be working with others too. There is, or this could represent you, Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel like what you are going to create, you're going to be seen in some sort of like recognition. I'm getting like, you know, I'm seeing like the lights, camera action, like recognition. You're going to be seen and heard, okay? Heard, words, okay? And seen, passion, purpose, motivation, inspiring, creative, like your vibe speaks for itself kind of thing, you know? And I feel like people are going to see that like they may have passed you up before, maybe didn't see you and your potential. I feel like, you know, you've had to go through quite a few battles with the Strength card here. You know, I feel like there were a lot of like attacks on you. It's almost like no one wanted you to be, you know, growing more than them. So they try to like hold you back, maybe send you kind of like negative thoughts, thinking like it'll affect you and you won't be committed or devoted. So, you know, there's a bit of that. What else do you want to say? Let's get some info about, like, I just saw the Ace of Swords. I saw the Judgment. Okay. Yeah, I feel like, you know, Judgment is playing out here with the Seven of Swords energy. What else do you want to add to the mix here for guidance? What's this? You have the Strength card. Leo energy. Like you've like, you know, courage that like others don't have, maybe. And people maybe underestimate that about you. Yeah, there's justice playing out, Judgment and justice, okay, for whatever was going on here in your situations, okay? I feel like you're patient and you let the divine handle it. All right, so it may have required you to like sit back, relax, don't retaliate, don't let your ego get the best of you, do not react, do not respond, do not lash out. Like you may have had to like sit your ass down so that, you know, the spiritual realm could handle it, your ancestors could handle it. Like they're in a situation here, okay? They're definitely in a situation here. All right, what else do you want to say? Thank you. Yeah, the World card. Yeah, this cycle is closed. So you have clearly moved on to a new one. Okay, there's a new contract for you. And you very much could get very carried away with this. So, you know, just make sure that you pay attention to red flags and you honor yourself. Okay, first and foremost. Okay, yeah. Hanged Man. Right now, it may be quiet. I feel like you're gonna have to sacrifice your old life for your new life. Look at, here's that Emperor. Okay, stop it. Okay, we have the High Priestess, the Magician. We have the Fool. We have the Lovers. We have the Empress. We have now the Emperor. We have Divine Love here. And we have healing, and we have, you know, being of service of oneself as well as others. Yeah, this energy is heading your way, okay? What's up with this? Yep, what did I tell you? You're making plans. Making plans for the future, setting goals and realizing like, hey, what's out there for me? I feel like they've got a lot of things that they're working on, as well as you have a lot of things you're working on. I feel like maybe continue to focus on your projects. This will come in when it's meant to come in, but I don't think it's far off, okay? It's in like the near future is what I'm getting. Something is in the near future. I feel like you will be releasing things that may hold you back, things of the past. I feel like they want you to focus on things that you want to experience, like your fantasies. Okay? I'm getting there is somebody here that will, when this happens, is finally going to release their, you know, I feel like there's this energy that is very much delusional, okay? Mentally, emotionally imbalanced. Okay, Seven of Cups, Eight of Swords, and maybe not doing so great financially. So I feel like there's an energy here that as you're prospering is not prospering. Okay, I feel like regarding this, they want you to mind your business, pay attention to your stuff. Don't worry about what's going on over here. Remember, it's being handled. It's being handled on your behalf, all right? So continue to mind your P's and Q's, okay? All right, and let this play out the way it needs to play out, okay? You continue to focus on what you're being guided to focus on here, all right? Protect Protect what you've created. Look at it is this group. All right. There's like a massive coordinated effort playing out right now. And you don't need to be involved. They're all fighting with one another. There's drama. There's chaos. Like everybody's talking about them now when, you know, it used to be you as a topic. I feel like their games, their tricks are all being exposed. I feel like they can't hide behind anything anymore. All right. So there's exposure here. There's the lies. I'm getting it's because somebody was lustful. Okay, making like making decisions without thinking, just taking action and not like thinking about the consequences here. Someone has gotten themselves in some sort of like bad way. All right, Four of Pentacles in reverse and the Knight of Wands. Someone might have been doing something for money. Maybe they can't anymore. Maybe there's something that is upset or not well with this energy. Okay, with all the exchanges. This could be like entertaining many options, okay, with their wand for financial gain, but maybe that's not the case anymore. Okay, so yeah, I feel like, yeah, there's a Tower here for this energy. It's like, yeah, I feel like you're going to be, I feel the cycle of, I feel like the work that they put into this is what's ending. And this is closing a cycle, and they're currently experiencing their karma. Their judgment and justice is playing out.